Welcome to our Bible quiz on the parables of Jesus. In this video, we'll test your knowledge on the powerful stories Jesus used to teach valuable life lessons. See how well you know these timeless teachings and challenge yourself with our quiz. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy the quiz, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more faith-building content. Ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's dive into the wisdom of Jesus' parables together. Ready? Let's get started.
Why did Jesus tell the parable of the talents to his disciples? A. To teach them about farming. B. To emphasize the importance of using their gifts and resources wisely. C. To explain financial management. D. To encourage them to bury their talents. Jesus told this parable to highlight the importance of being proactive and diligent in using the gifts and resources God has given us to further His kingdom and serve others. He wanted to instill in His disciples the principle that they were entrusted with various talents and responsibilities, and it was their duty to utilize these to their fullest potential. By doing so, they would not only bring glory to God, but also experience personal growth and greater opportunities for service. This parable teaches that God values effort and initiative, and rewards those who faithfully invest and multiply what they have been given, while also warning against complacency and fear of failure, which can lead to spiritual stagnation and loss. What broader spiritual principle did Jesus want to convey through the parable of the talents? A. The necessity of wealth accumulation. B. The importance of maintaining tradition. C. The need for financial security. D. The value of hard work and stewardship in God's kingdom. Jesus used the parable of the talents to emphasize that every person has been entrusted with unique gifts and resources. These are not meant to be hoarded or wasted, but to be actively used and invested in ways that honor God and serve others. The principle of stewardship is central to the parable. It teaches that we are accountable to God for how we use what we have been given. Jesus illustrates that diligent work and responsible management of our talents lead to spiritual growth and greater responsibilities. This underscores the broader spiritual truth that faithful service and good stewardship are essential for a fruitful life in God's kingdom. The parable encourages believers to take initiative, make wise choices, and strive to make a positive impact with their God-given abilities. What did the master entrust to his servants in the parable of the talents? A. Land. B. Livestock. C. Talents. Money. D. Crops. In the parable, the master gave his servants different amounts of talents, a form of currency, before going on a journey. This represented entrusting them with responsibilities and resources. How many servants were given talents by their master? A. 3. B. 4. C. 2. D. 5. The parable describes 3 servants who each received different amounts of talents based on their abilities. What did the servant who received 5 talents do with them? A. He buried them. B. He lost them. C. He doubled them. D. He gave them away. The servant who received 5 talents actively traded and invested them, resulting in earning 5 additional talents. This demonstrates the principles of initiative, diligence, and effective stewardship. By doubling the master's investment, the servant exemplified the expected behavior of utilizing and multiplying the resources and opportunities entrusted to him. This action earned him praise and further responsibility from the master, highlighting the value of faithful and productive service. What did the servant who received 2 talents do with them? A. He buried them. B. He doubled them. C. He spent them. D. He lost them. The servant with 2 talents also traded and doubled his amount, demonstrating faithful stewardship of the master's resources. What did the servant who received 1 talent do with it? A. He doubled it. B. He spent it. C. He gave it away. D. He buried it. The servant who received 1 talent buried it in the ground out of fear, failing to invest or utilize it productively. By doing so, he did not fulfill the master's expectation to use and grow the resources entrusted to him. This action demonstrated a lack of initiative and responsibility, resulting in rebuke and loss of even the talent he had. The parable underscores the importance of actively using and multiplying the gifts and resources we are given. What was the master's reaction to the servant who buried his talent? A. He praised him. B. He ignored him. C. He rebuked him. D. He rewarded him. The servant who received 1 talent buried it in the ground out of fear, failing to invest or utilize it productively. He acted out of caution and insecurity, rather than taking initiative or demonstrating trust in his master. This inaction resulted in his master rebuking him for being wicked and lazy. The parable underscores the importance of using and multiplying the resources and abilities God gives us, rather than hiding them out of fear or complacency. What principle does the master use to reward the servants who doubled their talents? A. Equal sharing. B. Reaping where they did not sow. C. Giving more to those who have more. D. Giving less to those who have less. The master rewarded the productive servants by giving them more responsibilities, demonstrating the principle that those who are faithful and diligent with small tasks will be entrusted with greater opportunities. This principle underscores the value of effective stewardship and the expectation that we maximize the use of our God-given talents and resources. What does the Master say will happen to those who do not use their talents wisely? A. They will lose what they have. B. They will be given more. C. They will be forgiven. D. They will be promoted. In the parable of the talents, the Master makes it clear that those who fail to use their talents wisely will lose even what they have. This underscores the serious consequences of neglecting one's responsibilities and failing to invest the resources and gifts entrusted to them. Jesus uses this parable to teach that God expects us to be proactive and faithful stewards of our abilities, using them for growth and benefit rather than letting them go to waste. What does the parable illustrate about the kingdom of heaven? A. It is about equality. B. It requires active participation and stewardship. C. It guarantees prosperity for all. D. It is about personal salvation only. The parable of the talents emphasizes that the kingdom of heaven involves active participation and responsible stewardship. Jesus teaches that God entrusts us with resources and opportunities, expecting us to use them wisely and diligently. By investing our talents and abilities in service to others and God's purposes, we demonstrate our faithfulness and readiness for greater responsibilities in His kingdom. This parable underscores the importance of making the most of what God has given us. How can we identify our talents or gifts in daily life? A. Ignore what we enjoy. B. Seek affirmation from others. C. Recognize and develop our skills and passions. D. Compare ourselves to others. Identifying our talents involves recognizing our skills and passions and seeking ways to develop and use them for good purposes. This process includes self-reflection, considering what activities we enjoy and excel in, and seeking opportunities to grow in those areas. By focusing on our unique abilities and interests, we can better understand how to contribute effectively and meaningfully in our personal and professional lives, ultimately serving others and honoring God with our gifts. What should we do if we feel we have fewer talents than others? A. Give up. B. Envy others. C. Faithfully use and develop what we have. D. Hide our talents. It's essential to faithfully use and develop our talents, regardless of how many we perceive we have. Every talent, no matter how small, can make a significant impact when used wisely and diligently. By focusing on growth and contribution, we honor God's gifts and can make meaningful contributions to our communities and His kingdom. Comparing ourselves to others can be discouraging, but faithful stewardship brings fulfillment and purpose. How can we be good stewards of our resources? A. Hoard them for ourselves. B. Waste them. C. Share and invest them wisely. D. Ignore them. Being good stewards of our resources means using them responsibly and wisely. Sharing what we have with others and investing our resources in ways that promote growth and benefit the community aligns with biblical teachings. This approach honors God and demonstrates our trust in His provision. Hoarding or wasting resources reflects poor stewardship and ignores the needs of others. By managing our resources well, we can make a positive impact and fulfill our role as faithful servants. How can we overcome fear of failure when using our talents? A. Avoid trying new things. B. Trust in God's guidance and strength. C. Only do what is comfortable. D. Compare ourselves to others. Trusting in God's guidance and strength helps us overcome the fear of failure by reminding us that we are not alone in our efforts. When we rely on God's support, we gain the courage to step out in faith, knowing that He will provide the necessary wisdom and strength. This trust allows us to take risks and try new things, confident that God will guide our steps and help us use our talents effectively for His purposes. What attitude should we have towards our talents and gifts? A. Pride and superiority. B. Indifference. C. Gratitude and humility. D. Resentment. We should have an attitude of gratitude and humility, recognizing our talents as gifts from God to be used for His glory. By being thankful for our abilities and using them with humility, we honor God and can positively impact others. This perspective helps us avoid arrogance and complacency, ensuring that we steward our talents responsibly and effectively for the benefit of God's kingdom. How can we encourage others to use their talents? A. Criticize their efforts. B. Ignore their abilities. C. Offer support and encouragement. D. Compete with them. Encouraging and supporting others helps them to recognize and use their talents effectively. By offering positive reinforcement, constructive feedback, and opportunities for growth, we can inspire confidence and motivation in others. This approach fosters a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and empowered to develop and utilize their skills for the benefit of themselves and the community. In doing so, we contribute to a culture of collaboration and mutual growth. What should we do if we see someone not using their talents? A. Criticize them harshly. B. Offer gentle encouragement and guidance. C. Ignore them. D. Take their opportunities. Offering gentle encouragement and guidance can help others realize their potential and begin to use their talents. By providing support and constructive feedback, we foster a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and motivated to develop their abilities. This approach aligns with Christian principles of love, patience, and building each other up in faith and good works. Why is it important to use our talents for the benefit of others? A. To gain recognition. B. To serve God's purposes and bless others. C. To accumulate wealth. D. To avoid hard work. Using our talents for the benefit of others serves God's purposes and can have a positive impact on those around us. By sharing our gifts, we can help meet the needs of others, contribute to the well-being of our communities, and demonstrate God's love and generosity. This aligns with the biblical teaching that we are called to serve one another and glorify God through our actions. How can we ensure we are multiplying our talents and not wasting them? A. By focusing on short-term gains. B. By procrastinating. C. By setting goals and seeking God's direction. D. By keeping our talents to ourselves. Setting goals and seeking God's direction helps us effectively use and multiply our talents for long-term impact. By aligning our actions with God's will and having clear objectives, we can ensure that our efforts are purposeful and fruitful. This approach encourages us to diligently develop our abilities, make meaningful contributions, and avoid the pitfalls of neglect and inactivity.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through the parables of Jesus. How many answers did you get right? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more Bible quizzes, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Keep exploring, learning, and growing in your faith. See you next time.